Imagine this. You wake up tomorrow morning, and with just one small change, one tiny habit, your entire life starts to transform. Sounds impossible? Well, it's not. This is The Power of Atomic Habits, one of the most life-changing books written by James Clear. And today, I'm going to share not only the life lessons from this book, but also give you the chance to practice English while learning how small habits can create big results. So, stay with me till the end, because this just might be the habit that changes your English forever. Welcome back to Daily English Practice. Today's video is very special. We are diving into Atomic Habits, English listening practice with life lessons. If you've ever struggled with building good habits, breaking bad ones, or staying motivated, this video will help you. And at the same time, you will improve your English listening and speaking skills. Doesn't that sound amazing? So here's the plan. I'll explain the most important lessons from Atomic Habits in simple English. I'll give you practical examples. And at the end, we'll go over some key vocabulary together. You'll walk away with both better English and better habits. First, let's understand the big idea behind this book. What is Atomic Habits really about? James Clear explains that success doesn't come from sudden, dramatic changes. It doesn't happen overnight, and it doesn't require superhuman effort. Instead, success is built through tiny, consistent habits, repeated day after day. Why does he call them atomic habits? Because they are small as an atom. But just like atoms are the building blocks of the universe, these small habits are the building blocks of a successful life. One push-up, one glass of water, one page of a book, 1 minute of English practice. Each of them feels small, but together, they are powerful enough to transform you. Think of it like this: imagine a plane leaving London and flying to New York. If the pilot changes the angle by just 1 degree, the plane will land hundreds of miles away, maybe in Washington or somewhere completely different. A tiny change in direction creates a huge difference in the destination. That's the power of small habits. Now, here's a number that will blow your mind. If you improve by just 1% every single day, at the end of 1 year, you will be 37 times better than when you started. This is the magic of compounding, tiny gains multiplying over time until they create something extraordinary. And this is exactly what you need to remember when learning English. You don't need to study 10 hours in 1 day and then quit for a week. That doesn't work. What works is 20 minutes every day, consistently. Just 20 minutes of listening, reading, or speaking. That small daily action becomes your atomic habit for fluency. The truth is, fluency is not about luck or talent. It's about consistency. If you practice English every day, even for a short time, one day you'll look back and realize, wow, I've become fluent without even noticing. That is the big idea of Atomic Habits. The 4 laws of behavior change. Now let's talk about the most important part of the book, the 4 laws of behavior change. These are like golden rules for building good habits and breaking bad ones. If you understand these laws, you can change almost anything in your life. Let's go step by step. Law number 1, make it obvious. Habits begin with a cue, a signal that tells your brain to start the routine. If the cue is hidden, the habit won't happen. Let's say you want to eat more fruit. If your apples are hiding at the bottom of the fridge, you'll probably forget about them. But if you place a bowl of fresh apples on the table, you'll naturally grab one. Now let's connect this to English. If your notebook, pen, or dictionary is buried deep in your bag, you'll skip practice. But if you put them on your desk where you can see them, it becomes obvious. Maybe even put a sticky note on your mirror that says, "Practice English for 10 minutes today." Make the cues around you loud and clear. Remember, what you see is what you do. Law number 2, make it attractive. Here's a secret: we humans don't just do what we should do, we do what we want to do. If a habit feels boring, we'll ignore it. But if it feels fun, our brain says, yes, let's do it. For example, exercising may sound tiring. But if you listen to your favorite music while running, suddenly it feels enjoyable. In English practice, don't start with dull grammar books if they make you sleepy. Instead, watch a movie you love in English, follow your favorite YouTubers, or listen to motivational speeches. You can also use a trick called temptation bundling. Combine something you need with something you love. For example, I will only drink my favorite coffee while reading an English article. That way, your brain begins to link the habit with pleasure. The lesson here: make your habits attractive, and you'll naturally want to repeat them. Law number 3, make it easy. This law is all about reducing friction. We often fail to build habits because we make them too complicated. Let's say you want to start running, but first you buy expensive shoes, join a gym, download 3 apps, and set a 6 a.m. alarm. Too many steps. Chances are, you'll give up. Instead, just put on your sneakers and walk outside for 5 minutes. That's it. The same goes for English. Don't tell yourself, I'll learn 100 new words today. That's overwhelming. Instead, start with just 5 new words. Or 1 short podcast. Or 1 page of a book. Make the habit so easy that you can't say no. Here's a golden rule: when starting a new habit, focus on showing up, not on being perfect. Even studying English for 2 minutes is better than 0 minutes. Because once you start, momentum builds. Law number 4, make it satisfying. Finally, the brain loves rewards. If a habit feels good at the end, you'll want to do it again. If it feels like punishment, you'll avoid it. Think of brushing your teeth. The minty fresh feeling afterwards is a reward, so you keep brushing. Now apply this to English. After completing 20 minutes of practice, reward yourself. Maybe check it off on your habit tracker, give yourself a small treat, or allow yourself to watch your favorite series guilt-free. Some people even use apps that celebrate with fireworks when they finish a lesson. It sounds silly, but it works. The key is this: make the habit satisfying in the moment. Because if your brain enjoys it, it will crave it again tomorrow. So, let's repeat. Make it obvious, put the cue where you can see it. Make it attractive, connect habits with fun and pleasure. Make it easy, start small and simple. Make it satisfying, reward yourself, and enjoy the progress. Master these 4 laws, and you can change your habits, your English, and your life. Now let me share a story with you, because stories are powerful. They help us see the truth in action. There was once a man who wanted to lose weight. Like many of us, he had tried strict diets, extreme workout plans, and endless motivation videos. But every time, he failed. Why? Because he tried to change too much, too fast. Then one day, he made a different decision. He said to himself, I will go to the gym every day, but only for 5 minutes. Yes, you heard that right, just 5 minutes. When he walked into the gym, people looked at him strangely. Some even laughed. What can 5 minutes possibly do, they asked. But he ignored them. He wasn't focusing on results, he was focusing on building the habit. And here's the magic. Because 5 minutes was so easy, he had no excuse to skip. He went every single day. Day after day, week after week. And slowly, something amazing happened. 5 minutes turned into 10. 10 became 20. Soon, he was staying for an hour without even forcing himself. It felt natural, because the habit was already there. And after 1 year, this man had lost more than 100 pounds. Not by making a giant change, but by starting incredibly small. That's the secret. Small habits may look silly in the beginning. People might laugh at them. Even you might feel they're too small to matter. But with time, they grow. They compound. And one day, they transform your life completely. Now let's bring this lesson back to English. Maybe you want to become fluent, but the goal feels overwhelming. You think, I need to learn thousands of words, read books, speak like a native, how can I ever do that? But the truth is, fluency doesn't come overnight. It comes from tiny steps. Start with one page of a book. Learn one new word today. Practice one sentence in the mirror. Watch one short video in English. It might not feel like much right now. But if you repeat these small actions every day, they will grow, just like that man's 5 minutes at the gym. And one day, you'll wake up and realize, English feels natural, easy, and even fun. That's the real power of atomic habits. Now, let's practice English together. I'll say a sentence, and you can repeat after me. Ready? Small habits create big results. Practice a little every day. Success is built, not born. Make your habits obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying. Good job. By repeating these sentences, you're already building an atomic habit for your English. Before we finish, let's look at some important vocabulary from today's lesson. Habit, something you do regularly, almost without thinking. Routine, a set of habits you follow every day. Motivation, the reason why you do something. Reward, something that makes you feel good after finishing a task. Progress, the improvement you make over time. These words are not only useful for understanding atomic habits, but also for your everyday English. By the way, I have created a WhatsApp group for daily English practice. It's a friendly community where you can practice speaking with other learners every day. If you want to improve faster, join the group and make English a daily habit with us. You'll find the link in the description. So here's the truth, success doesn't come from one big action. It comes from small, daily actions that build up over time. This is what James Clear teaches in Atomic Habits. And remember, learning English is just like building any habit. Start small, practice every day, and stay consistent. Over time, you'll look back and realize, wow, I'm fluent. So, let's make English practice your atomic habit today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to Daily English Practice. And tell me in the comments, what small habit will you start today? Thank you for watching. Keep practicing, keep improving, and I'll see you in the next video.